Hi, welcome to In the Studio with Jerry Bennett. I'm going to be talking about mark making today, which is how you would go about making marks or decorative marks on your work. And so I've been thinking about this lately, and I'm discovering that when I'm using decorative techniques on my work, that the way you make the line is very important to the overall design of what you're doing with your work. So here are the chalks. There's one of the little chalks. I make them as larger pieces. And here's, I make them as larger pieces. There's a large one, a yellow one. And you can make them, and here's an orange one. And you can make them in any size you want, but I'm finding that this is the size that's best to do it with. Now, I should also tell you that if you're interested in my Underglaze formula, it's on my website at jerrybennett.net under glaze, and the formula will be there for you if you'd like to see it. Generally speaking, I add up to 30% mason stains in these. Now you could use things like copper carbonate and things like that, but I like to use the mason stains because I've got this suspicion that actually in reality they're safer to use. So I just stick to mason stains, although you could make these with what's called basically metals like copper, tin. So this particular one has got 30% white mason stain added to it, and it should come off as being a very, very white color. So I don't have to put as much on it. By the way, you can do these in all different colors. So the two main colors you would use would be white, which is what I just used, and black. And because you're doing these chalks and you want the biggest bang for your buck, I would do a full 30% mason stain to the formula for the Underglaze formula. So, what's the advantage of doing this? It's just another tool in your arsenal to look at your work. And, the greatest flexibility. I get up every morning and I'm excited to make ceramics. And, my family claims it's absolutely the only thing I ever think about. Well, yeah, probably true. So, but the thing is, I visualize work and I've got certain kinds and types of lines that I'm interested in using. And this gives you one more element. You could use sgraffito. You could use incised lines. You could paint lines, I do that. And then finally you could do these ceramic chalks or these underglazed chalks. If you wanted to take, say, a large plate and literally draw on it, you could draw on it with a pencil to give yourself general outlines. You could even mask areas off, put these chalks onto it, and do this exact same process. Use a little, and then you could go back and biscuit. So in this case, I've got a raw pot, I biscuit, I decorated it with underglazed chalk. I'm gonna biscuit again so that as I apply glaze to the surface, the chalk is already permanent there. And then as it comes out, I then glaze it, put it in, and I will have results. One of the things you want to do is you want to use a full amount of mason stains or whatever ceramic stains you use to make sure that when you make a mark with the chalk is as strong as possible. But that also is something you may want to experiment with. If you like really, really faint lines, you could go down to maybe half of that, 15%, and do it, experiment with the amount and the type. Also, different mason stains require different amounts. And so the mason stains that are listed as body stains would require a lot less of them than the than the ones that are not. And if you take the number of the mason stain and you Google it, it'll tell you almost instantly the code numbers, if it goes up to cone 6, for example, if you've got to limit the amount of zinc that's in the glaze or the amount of calcium that's in the glaze, it will tell you all of that. So that's one of the advantages of mason color, as opposed to what I refer to as the Chinese stains. They don't give you very much information. So I hope you find this interesting. I'm going to include a picture of the finished piece that I'll attach to this video. So good to see you all. If you like this kind of information, please subscribe to the channel. And I would appreciate it if you would also like the video. So see you soon. Bye-bye.